There are authors that I absolutely love reading and will auto buy their books, but there are also some authors, narrators, bookish related people that I follow on socials because they are amazing. And we're going to talk about just a few that I have found and find great joy in watching their stuff. Friends, you know I love Abby Jimenez, and her socials are fantastic because you get to see more of her and just the kind of author and person that she is. And one of the fascinating things that I have learned is that she writes all her books on her phone. How crazy is that?
I have been writing since 2016. I've been writing for 9 years, and I have never had a desk. I have never had a designated writing space. I will finally have that after this remodel. And I can't wait to see what I can actually do when things are quiet.
And there were some people that said, you write on your phone, you can't write on your phone. And you hear her slap back in a very kind way. But she says, this is how I get things done.
Me writing all of my first drafts on my cell phone with my thumbs. You guys, there are no rules. There are only best practices. There are no rules. And as far as the literary quality not being good, yours truly won Book of the Month's Book of the Year Award, won the Lolly Award for 2023. It was the first romance in the history of Book of the Month to ever win that award. This is my average rating as an author on Goodreads. Almost 3 million people have rated my books, and this is my average rating out of 5. Life's Too Short was the Minnesota Book Award winner for 2022. Just for the Summer, which is my highest rated book yet, was a #1 New York Times bestseller and was on the New York Times list for 5 months. I have no formal background in writing. I have no formal training in writing. Everything I learned on a site online called Critique Circle, which is just an online forum for budding authors. And in creative writing in high school, I did not go to college. There are no rules. Just write the book however you are comfortable writing the book. Could the literature have been better if I had not been writing on my cell phone? Probably not, because when I write on my cell phone, it enables me to write wherever I'm feeling creative. I don't have to have a designated time or have to have a spot to sit with my laptop. I get to write wherever I'm feeling like writing. And as you know, when you're trying to be creative, you have to strike while the iron's hot, and you have to write when you're feeling inspired. You have to create when you're feeling inspired. And having the flexibility to do it on your cell phone on a Google Doc is what did it for me. There are no rules. Just write the book.
As a mom and as a other business owner, because she owns Nadia Cakes, which has won awards and on Food Network and stuff, people, she is just so talented. But she speaks up for the things that she cares about. She speaks up and shows up for people. If you are in her Facebook group, she has done amazing things for people. So just her heart is something that I want to support more of. And her writing is amazing. And food is my love language as well. So she is just my person, and I will buy her stuff. I will support her stuff. I will watch her stuff. Her daughter is also amazingly talented at music. Anyway, there are so many amazing things. I love her socials. Have you seen some of these things? Because it is amazing. She also went viral because her last book event in Canada with Hannah Bonham Young, the fire alarm went off and these firemen came in and it became a viral thing. It's just hilarious how these things happen. But good vibes, I guess, bring in other good vibes, and people love it. People love being around that. The second person is a narrator, Laura Horowitz. If you follow her, she has behind the scenes as she reads, and she reads a lot of romance and spicy romance. And so you hear her doing the prep work, and I am an audiobook fanatic, so I hear her talk about these scenes, and as she's reading through them going, oh, that doesn't make sense, or like, oh, what does that mean? And then you hear her thinking through it and see the reaction as she realizes what it is saying.
I just love anything that goes brrr. I still don't know what the hell that means. I love things that go brrr. Things that go brrr. Vibration. She loves things with vibration. Makes way more sense now.
Oh, shoot. My text offended you? I'm so sorry. I honestly didn't think you could read. I'm gonna use that one. My face? Is that right? Is that what that really means? Do you You know that being a hot wife means more than being married and being pretty, right? What else could it possibly mean? What else does it mean? Oh! I may have misused that.
Hilarious and a nice sneak peek into what their role is as a narrator and as someone that listens to these and have thought about these spicy scenes and going, oh my gosh, to be the one to read that, how would that feel? I have so many questions for narrators, so I hope that I get to interview some narrators for my booktube because I have so many questions and I think it would be a fantastic, fun discussion. So if you know one, send them my way. Megan Quinn is another one. She is the queen of spicy rom-com. I love her books. I have talked about her books before, but her socials are hilarious. You not only see her personality come out, you see some behind the scenes, you hear the banter that she comes up with. You can see that she has this humor within her and you see it in her socials.
You wish that was you, huh?
Dry humping is so underrated. And it needs to be in books, it needs to be in media, and it needs to be done personally by everyone in this room.
Yes. You? And you?
Yes, but you cannot tell anyone. No one knows.
How? When? It happened in London. In London?
They make me laugh. They make me giggle. And there's this heartwarming part of giving back and sharing with other people. So she'll definitely make you laugh. And her books are fantastic. So if you want a book that is spicy but deep and really funny that make you laugh out loud while they make you cry too, she's your gal. Nevessa Allen is another person that I have followed since Lights Out. Fantastic book and audiobook, but she is so straight shooter and addresses some really hard topics in society right now and is unapologetically her, and I love it. One of the things I saw her address was her choice to not have kids and how people kept saying, oh, are you sure you don't want to have kids? Or, oh, you're going to regret it. And that is a very conscious choice she made, and she's very happy with her choice. And she shares about those things, those topics that are very big in not only women's views, perspectives, worlds, but just in society as a whole.
I am 40 and I am child-free by choice. And I heard my whole life that I was going to regret it. I was going to regret it. By the time I hit 30, my internal clock would start ticking. It didn't. What next? I'm going to hit 40 and I'm going to regret not having children. I don't. I spent this morning writing the most unholy smut that you will ever read, and now it's afternoon and I'm doing a puzzle with one of my cats and I'm thinking about opening a bottle of wine. I'm really happy with my choices. Here's your sign to never give up on your dreams. 2 years ago, I almost quit publishing. I wasn't going to quit writing because I love writing so much. I was just going to do it for myself for fun. I was going to quit publishing books because I didn't think that I would ever find any success with it. I'd been doing it for, almost a decade with no traction. And I was just going to start writing stories for myself and continue to have my engineering career. Today, I just got an email from my publisher telling me that my book has been on the New York Times bestseller list for 21 weeks now, and it's hit its new high at number 4 because I didn't give up. I kept publishing. I decided to keep putting my work out there, and finally one of my books hit, and my entire life has been changed. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't do it.
And there are all these things going on, right, of authors' stuff being stolen for AI and what's happening with the government and different funding issues. Should I just put it like that? And she talks about those things. So I love seeing her use her platform to have a voice, give a voice to people that might not have a big platform. And I also love her books, and she talks about how people think she was a debut book with Lights Out. She's like, no, I have a bunch of other books. So follow her. She's fun and a delight. So there you have it, some of my favorite people to follow on socials, because not only are they entertaining, but they just lift my spirits in different ways. Who are your favorite people to follow?